Hello, everybody. It's your Wonderful Wind Mage, your Cruz Ship servant. Well, actually, I'm not a maid. I'm a mage right now. It's my old 2.0. It's your Wonderful Wind Mage, your Cruz Ship Captain, Chartreuse Proxy, always at your service. Everyone always at your service. Man, I'm losing my old intro. It's been 2 weeks, everybody, but we're back with Fire Emblem Engage. Smile. I've played Fire Emblem Engage more recently than I've played Reverse Collapse, and it's funny because I really should be trying to finish Reverse Collapse in anticipation for Girls Frontline 2 in December. But I got a few months. That's at least 2 or 3 more streams. Smile. Knowing my pace right now. But we're chilling out. It's Engage hours. Let's have ourselves a good time now, right? It is October 10th. This is a Thursday night, and I wanted to take a little bit of a break. He was also just a good bit tired himself, so instead of Valhalla, that will be background for a little bit, because we did finish the main story, or so, primarily, is my thought. I say the thought process, but that's what he wants to chill on. I'm thinking about maybe doing more collabs with Ein in the future, potentially Monster Hunter, especially when Wilds comes out, but otherwise we got stuff like Helldivers and everything more. But at least for now, we're back with Engage, so let's just chill out, let's have a good time, right? Right. Let me fix my Fuji a little bit more, because I worked hard on this Engage model, so I want to use it. I want to abuse it. And then we will tab into Engage once more. Let me mute this, and let me... No, I don't want to start software updates. Thank you, Switch. Let me go on with this, everybody. Alright, so I need to also get my Switch plugin, make sure that it's not overpowering me when it comes to the volume. I remember last time when I tried to stream stuff or so, I did get some messages saying that Switch volume was overpowering more than anything. So what did I not get to do last time? We finished Brody Bridge, and I think this would be support episode first and foremost, right? Yeah.
Jean? Are you not getting enough greens at the cafe?
Oh, no. I'm actually picking medicinal herbs. See?
Wow, you've got a ton picked already.
This one acts as a painkiller, and this one is useful in several ointments. It used to grow all over my home island, but it's gotten harder to find lately, so I'm picking some here to send back to my father.
For the clinic on your island, right? This is a lot for one person to harvest alone. Let me help you.
No, that's okay. You must have a lot of other important things to do, Divine One.
Not so many that I can't lend a hand here. Besides, with the war and your studies, I bet you're so busy you barely have time to sleep.
I should have known the Divine One would see right through me.
That's right. Nothing gets by me.
If you really wouldn't mind, then yes, it would be a big help. Thank you.
Oh, that is a very sweet support. I think I find it funny considering how, you know, we've always just been medieval fantasy for pretty much all Fire Emblems. I say pretty much, like, we still are medieval fantasy for Fire Emblems, but with just the existence of 3 houses, and then, you know, Engage, to Spectrum here, and how we have the Somnial, and of course, the Monastery to come back to. The fact that, you know, Alir can just casually go, you eating well enough at the cafeteria? You eating well at the staff cafe, instead of just being like, you get enough at the Barrett's mess hall? Is kind of both taking me out of it a little bit, and making me laugh.
Louis, were you watching me again?
Indeed I was. You and your whole coterie of ladies. The sight of you all together pleased me to no end.
The way you talk, it sounds like you were taking in fine art at a gallery.
To me, there is no greater art. The finest galleries fall far short by comparison. There are so many subtleties and nuances to be seen that I could do so all day.
That's really the whole reason you do it.
It's no different than appreciating a beautiful landscape. I sit quietly and let it soothe me. I see no harm in people watching, and I'm sure you of all people must agree.
Yeah, when you put it that way, I guess I do.
Hi, Calvin, what's in the chat? You say nerd and sim.
I've seen the way you drop everything to moon over any especially picturesque scene.
Personally, even though a lot of people got a bad impression of Louis personality-wise when, you know, there's his passive skill, and of course just, you know, how he kind of acts a little bit aloof whenever it comes to enjoying people watching, I personally actually find it pretty interesting for a character archetype, and it's honestly not taken in necessarily a bad way, So I'll use one positive example. I've seen a recent artist, I can't remember the name, but they've been posting it on Reddit, and I've seen a few posts maybe made their way to Twitter or so, of like, they just sketch people that they see on the subway as they go to work, because I think they're based in New York or so, and it's just interesting to see what kind of people there are. Sorry, if you live in like New York or so, or like, because I know two of my relatives do, for instance, there is actually, you know, if you're going to chill at like Central Park or something like that, it's actually very interesting to, what's his face? It's actually really interesting to hear about how bird watching is a really big, like, you know, I say really big hobby, I actually don't know how big it is, but, you know, it's not an uncommon one. Kind of like, you know, it's actually not uncommon to see people have those pop-up chess stands or whatever, stuff like that at parts or so. People watching, you know, not in a creepy way, but just kind of seeing what, you know, what people are actually going around to is not, honestly, a bad hobby. Just kind of like taking and just being like, oh, that person's jawed, you know, like, what the heck's going on over there? It's an innocuous hobby that, of course, you know, we're on the internet, you're gonna be taken the wrong way. But for Louis, even though he's eyeing, you know, just two girls together and you can make the Yuri jokes all you want, like, I wouldn't say it's the most disingenuous thing. Is he a creep? No. Is the way that he, you know, starts on the question about it, doesn't help his case. But then also, same thing with Chloe, with how she just likes to look over cute scenery or whatever. My mom is very much so the type of person to, if she sees, like, if she's driving and she sees, like, a beautiful sunset or something, she's gonna point it out. If she could, she'd stop for it and everything like that or so. Chloe's own hobby is way more justified in that picturesque scene, or fairy tale. But, you know, I just find it interesting. Just right there, hobbyisms. And also the fact that, you know, they compliment each other as retainers to Celine.
Like a princess and her knight, a prince and his servant. Oh, or a Pegasus and a maiden. So many lovely scenes straight out of a fairy tale. I adore them all.
You and I are kindred spirits in that respect. Here's an idea. Why don't you and I have a little viewing party sometime? We can stand at a remove and point out scenes that catch our respective eyes.
That sounds like fun. I'm game if you are.
The subway artist things are scripted. By the way, if you see me bopping up and down, I have a little bit of shaved ice that I'm just eating during the support, so don't mind me. But no, you would not be able to fake half the stuff that's seen on the internet from New York subways and everything like that. I'ma just be real.
I must thank you, Jean.
Princess Celine, what are you thanking me for?
The tea produced in your hometown is far and away my favorite. There is joy in each and every sip, so I thought it appropriate to thank you.
Ah, in that case, I should thank you too. My mother will be over the moon to find out you like it so much.
Your mother?
She works at a tea shop back home. You've probably had tea brewed from leaves that my mother processed.
I see. Do pass on my thanks then.
I will. Praise from your highness would be the pride of a lifetime for my mother.
Would you like to join me for tea sometime? We can brew some tea leaves from your home and drink to your mother's health.
Oh, I've done nothing to deserve such an invitation, but I'm grateful anyway. I'll be looking forward to it.
As shall I. You'll be hearing from me.
You support nonetheless, but it still is more tea, unfortunately. So once again, I harp on it always, but when Farinay is the First Nation and like one of the biggest royals and probably a unit you want to use, Celine revolves around tea always. Not the best. May not have misread the start time, lol. No artist known that can draw a portrait of a stranger subway like those videos. What videos are talking about? You can really just look at like New York subway creatures or anything like that, and you probably see people talking about any of that. You know, I'm just saying it as it is. Okay, so that support's done. So let us eat.
Welcome!
Hello, Anna. What do you got for us? So I need to remember, anytime somebody makes you a meal that's 20 HP, you should use it, because it does actually go away if you choose to eat with anybody else otherwise then. But now though, I love Louis, so let's raise that up. No support with the boosh. But I'm probably going to be using Louis and Chloe constantly here, so let's keep doing so. Let's just add like an orange. Magic speed. It's only just magic stuff. Magic and speed that little lady Anna is offering, so I might as well.
This merchant is also a great chef. I don't like knives much, but I'll do my best. Presenting today's special.
What was the idea behind this dish?
This is so good.
I mean, that's not the... I see the link, Calvin. That's not the specific one that I'm thinking of, necessarily. But, you know, there's, like, you can... Like, there's so much, like, Subway content. I'd say Subway content, but yeah. There are potentially so many, like, Subway people hanging around, or so that you can laugh about it all. Alright, so main thing to look at here. We have Citrine, we have Lapis, we have Outcris added to our roster now. Chances are, at most, I'm going to be using Citrine and Outcris. I don't know if Lapis necessarily has a spot, considering we're also about to get Diamant in. But, for now...
Well, hey there!
I want to see if Durthin has anything more. Citrine is at level 10, so a little ahead of everybody else, but I do, of course, love how she is absolutely magical nuke. So, is there any more tomes I can buy? Not really for her, but I do want to forge up that Thunder Tome. So if I could go over to our smithy. Hello, County. If I could refine that thunder potentially, I would love it. That's our first Thunder Tome that we have. Can't really use it because I only have iron. Oh, either way, a little bit more. Even just a 1 refine is more than fine to me. Everything already has engravings though, doesn't it? Maybe I will engrave anything on the thunder. The most I could do is Mars, potentially. And it's just straight up better. That's 1 more might. The only thing I would be looking at otherwise then, like, it does have a little bit more crit. More hit too wouldn't necessarily hurt. But yeah, I only did the 1 engraving. I don't remember if that was it or not. I'd rather keep on Liberation. Because like, the Thunder's nice, but it's better chip for me to always have. So I'll just hold on to that. Also, we got the stables too. Sweet. Recreation. You can start 2 hours in the summer. You spend some time relaxing at their locations to raise their support points, basically here. Now, do I necessarily need it? Not necessarily, but what I will look at is what I got out of the well this time. A croissant bow, a lolly chop, and an iron great axe alongside a novice book. Interesting to say the least. Okay, so what do I want to just kind of toss in here for now then? What am I not using? Yeah, the Subway ones you're posting are like, they're absolutely going forwards and, you know, talking to the people there. That's not what I'm talking about, Calvin. But, you know, it's akin to that anyway, so you really can't say much about it. I put one of the books in, because I just had it on hand anyway. Might as well. And toss a few other things around, too. I want to toss the 1 Thunder Tome I have. Croissant Bow. Disappears when consumed as an item, but recovers the user's HP. It's at a might of 8. So, it's basically an iron bow, but better. But it also doubles as a vulnerary. Interesting. Same thing with the lolly chop. If I put the great axes in here, would I get a better upgrade chance? No, not really, because I actually need better stuff. Oh, I have 2 great axes, so I don't think I need another one, because Boost is already kind of handling whatever. We have really, like, I already have those legendary stuff, but it's not that I'm really using it here at the moment. Anti-foe disingenuous, not to mention he's doing it right in front of them. Yeah, like I said, those are definitely scripted, but those were the one I was thinking about. I don't think I necessarily need those, so let me just toss these in here then. See what happens. Alright, next up. My next idea that comes to my mind is there any skills that I need people to inherit? Guys, if I'm gonna be using people like Citrine or so, is there anybody that I really need to start raising bond levels up? Like, let's say I want Citrine to get better. Well, I need to actually go over to... what's his face? Go over to the Emblem Ring chamber and see what I might want. Relay ticket. Relays are basically the anytime battles that you want to do. But otherwise... no, that's not necessarily what I want. Inherit skills. Start thinking about this here. Cruz still needs skills, of course. Zana is healing light, but that would just be, you know, for when he needs it then. Louis still has a spot, so what would I potentially want on him then? Lance power wouldn't hurt at all. I don't necessarily need Micaiah's stuff. The most I could really say then. And Yoden, he's already attained, but if he's gonna get melted, he gets melted necessarily. I'd rather take anything more that can just boost defense naturally otherwise. Marth really isn't much on that. And then... Momentum could be hilariously fun, but I'm out of SP for Louis, so let's look at things like Citrine. If I want Citrine to do anything, I probably want Tone Precision, looking at it, or just straight up the magic skills then, in that case. But I don't have the SP, and as much as I am using some of the better weapons, immediately cheating out the SP, but did feel cheating to an extent. But it's my playthrough, so I'll see how much I need it. Otherwise, who else could use stuff? Chloe, getting some Mars supports to get Avoid plus 20 would be wonderful. So, let's go to the arena real quick. I remember not using the inheritance function, the inheritance much at all back then, during my first playthrough, because I really didn't understand it well, so I really want to make as much use as I can now. Let's see here, Chloe's about to level up, so let's go ahead, get her a little bit more at speed.
I will act as your opponent today.
You look tough. I'd better be careful.
Some people who would be in somewhere long enough in the same position as drawings are the homies. There are some speed draws every now and then, but more than not, yeah, it's just scripted. Because why would anybody pass up the chance to make easy, good
I always
content?
do my
Smile.
best. Now and in the matches
so it's just kind of like, yeah, can't say too much more than that. Wow, Chloe! That's an amazing level! You got everything but Deaths is one of your better stats anyway. And also Magic, but it's not that you really need Magic yet. Because I know I said you're like Falcon Knight with you, it's not really that much.
I am Boucheron,
and even then that's healing,
Royal Knight of
not
Fear.
damage. So, amazing
Lady
stuff, girl.
Anna,
You
the
are clearly
mysterious
staying on the team
merchant.
more than I already was putting you on.
My loss, and your gain.
I worked up a good sweat.
Alright, Boosh. Still a little bit over to level 10. That's all fine. No, level 9.
It's me, Boucheron.
Shall we have a cup of tea
It's not
afterward?
necessarily bonus at speed, but you know, any little bit that I can get will always be better than nothing.
You cut me down.
Let's say
most
you won't
effectively.
deserve this 10
I
HP if you
worked
miss
up a
another
good
86 in a
sweat.
row, though, Boosh. Alright. Emblem training. Chloe, you need to train with Marth so I can have some skill inheritance. It's gonna cost me bond fragments,
I
so
am
even if I have the SP
Royal
books,
Knight of
I'm not gonna be
Firenze.
able to get up to 20.
I am
with
Marth.
Marth, I don't think.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that Mercy is
knight has
absolutely
met her
wrecked
match.
Chloe in her current state. But it doesn't matter, win or lose, because you still get the bonds anyway.
Talking to the emblem who watched over the Divine One makes me feel like I'm in a fairy tale.
I enjoy our chats. Being around a Pegasus Knight always reminds me of someone very dear to me.
Sheeta mentioned. So the sword agility really doesn't matter to me here. It's the avoid that I can start on the Chloe is the big thing, of course. So I can continue to make her better. Avoid 20 would be on the list, but I do not have enough bond fragments yet. That's fine enough in that case then. For now, next idea would be Citrine. If you want to look at Celica, Magic plus 3 by itself would be great, but I need you to be level 5 for Stolen Inheritance, so I gotta spend the bond
I'm
fragments either way.
Citrine, a daughter of Brodian nobility.
I'm Celica. Are you my opponent?
Oh my, I'm still so weak.
I still find it absolutely hilarious how early on in Engage, how everybody's absolutely outclassed by the emblems, and that's just a show of
Excuse me,
strength
Citrine.
so much.
You're staring at me so intently. Can I help you with something?
Oh, I was just admiring your dress. We seem to have similar tastes. Who's your designer?
Great. Main thing is that I would not mind inheriting those skills over. Let's look at Chloe first, though. So, I won't be able to get yet, but I can probably spend an SP for that, so let's go ahead and do so. Oh, 1000 SP. Might as well sink that in. And let's look at Citrine real quick. Don't know how much SP she has off the top of my head. She's gonna be at 1002, that's fine. Because I want to spend them for inheritance anyway. Nope, not it. Nope, not it. Pressed it too fast. Wait. Back out to this menu is what I want it to be at. There we go, okay. For now, ain't bad at all. Having Perceptive anyway ain't the worst. I need a little bit more for Avoid 15 though, so for now, go down to Citrine. Let us get Magic plus 2. It's 2000 for Magic plus 3, so even then I actually can't push too much with the SP books, funny enough. Fine enough though, fine enough. Probably having Perceptive for just 15 raw ain't the worst though. But let's go ahead and spend an additional book or 2 on her then. Oh yeah, actually you don't have as much in the books from the bonus rewards. Okay, so in that case I don't feel as bad at all now. There's nothing strength yet for FTA, so let's wait on her for any inheritance. But for now, I want that Avoid plus 15, and I will take Perceptive, since you are looking, since I want you to dodge Saint if you engage. Otherwise, go away. If I could look at your skills then, girl. Perceptive and Avoid. Citrine for the future. If I did that Magic plus 2, not bad at all, not bad at all. Okay. Anything else that the Somni will need to do? There's the stable stuff, there's the farmyard. I could feed Sami, I suppose, and I kind of do want to so I can get some extra bond fragments, as I am severely lacking. I think that'll be good for the Somniel episode. Alright, so I just wanted to respond to something in my Discord messages. More bond fragments, not gonna complain. And Sami! If I can feed you, little brother, have an orange. If I need to actually go around the Somniel real quick and pick up more materials, that way I can get better foodstuffs for the future, because I am kind of neglecting that a little bit. I will not lie. That's good for now, so let's explore and talk a little bit then, everybody. So, at least when it comes to my own personal happenstances, I've been doing pretty good for my work and everything so far. Life's been treating me pretty well in terms of trying to balance out my scheduling, not to mention how I've also got positive upcoming things to continue to look at, such as con season, hopefully in the months or two. My current Fire Emblem cosplay work is starting to very much so look up, as I have my Mighty Midori working out pretty well. As this is going on, as my stream is going on, I do have my 3D printer very much so hard at work at keeping things going, or printing out what's going to be my Spendthrift bow. Technically, it's just the Dangerous Lady Silver bow, but I really tried 3D modeling, and I declared to myself, I definitely do not have the time nor patience as compared to making Forgato's bow, which is one of a kind. Whereas, Midori technically has a silver bow before the Spendthrift in her Heroes version, so I'm more than fine with just skimping on that a little bit, and then that can be a little bit more flair later on. I'm looking forward to that, and of course, other work. But I'm also looking forward to hopefully setting more cosplay dates with my friends, and getting pictures of my cosplays, because especially so, I feel like that would be something I could post a lot more of, my Fire Emblem cosplays, but I just haven't been able to, because I don't have a good photo shoot time with my friends or with other people to help me out with that in a while. And it is hurting me to an extent, because I really want to be able to show off my cosplay chops, considering how I always wanted that I was a cosplayer before I was a streamer. But that'll come in time, and I'll be posting that out to social media soon enough and everything like that or so. The Amiibo to Zebo is here, but I don't feel like scanning my Fire Emblem stuff. At least not right now. So yeah, alright. Let's do a final weapons check real quick.
Well, hey.
I go to the convoy. Anything more I can get? Nah, just the...
Take care.
Just the initiate setup. And then, if I go over to the smithy, is there anything more I want to forge at the moment? Because chances are, the best thing that I probably want to forge up would be either more fire tomes, potentially. Or maybe like one of Yunaka's daggers, considering she doesn't have anything better at the moment. If I want to keep using Yunaka, then I need to keep her gear comparable then. I just need to look at what else is here to use. Longbow need. Need steel. Not necessarily the best. Can I upgrade that hand axe? No, you also need steel. I think I'll perk a Rider's Bane up a little bit. Can the javelins go up at all? You need steel, of course, too. Of course you do. For Chloe, though, having a Storm Lance be pretty good for your hit ain't bad, because the dodge is also really nice. Sometimes the chip is what's worth it, so I think I will spend upwards on that end. Having Liberation go all the way up, though, would be hilarious. How much is the exchange rate? No, it's too steep. I did spend a little bit too much on that Storm Lance, but you know what? It's totally fine. Alright, let me save real quick. And we'll go on.